What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So this is Ready to Love. This is the season finale. Next week the reunion starts, and y'all know how this goes. This final episode, at the beginning of the episode, we're gonna meet the families, and then at the end of the episode, we're gonna see who chose who didn't choose who. Y'all know what I'm saying. So we start off with Joelle meeting Renicia's family. She met the mom, the stepdad. She said this, he's basically raised her whole life. So basically her dad, just not the biological, but her dad and her oldest daughter. I thought it was sweet that Venicia, bought her oldest daughter, because the daughter is old enough to have a conversation with this man, Stepdaddy, in true stepdaddy form, was like, listen, you think you ready for all this craziness? That you ready for the crazy? I'm just saying. You ready for this? But it was a good conversation. Her daughter asked a good question, said, listen, you ready for a ready-made family? Like, it's three of us. I'm the sanest one of the three, are you ready for that? And he said, listen, I think it's kind of cool that, we're going to have this ready-made family. I got two of my own, and I think this will be great. I'm open for it. I mean, he said all the right things. Listen, it was a job interview. He knew how to answer the questions, okay? All of these people knew the right things to say, okay? All these people knew the right things to say. When it was Renicia's turn to meet with Joelle's friends and family, again, I feel like it's the same thing about her being clingy, and is she too clingy? Is she too clingy? Is she too clingy? But the one thing that Joelle said was she reminds him of his wife when they first started dating. So a lot of those same qualities that he saw in his wife that maybe in the beginning he didn't necessarily think was an attribute, and that he didn't say, I mean, you ended up marrying her, so I'm going to assume that that's a good thing. That's all I can say about that. And so that was that, okay? Liz and Jason. Again, Jason showed up with Liz's family. First thing he wanted to do was pray. So, ding, 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 ding. He got brownie points with that. Then, I believe it was her brother-in-law asked him, what was your favorite scripture? Now, listen, let me tell you something. I love Jesus, okay? And I have gone to church my whole life. Now, I ain't saying I was a Monday through Friday Bible thumping, choir singing, Sunday school going my whole life. Now, there were times when I did all of that, but I ain't gonna say it's been my whole life. But if somebody was to just hit me with the what's your favorite Bible verse, like, I ain't gonna lie, I would be stressed to tell them something other than, the 23rd Psalm. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can tell you what my favorite Bible story is. I can tell you what my favorite book of the Bible is, but I don't know what I. So Jason was like, boom, boom, boom. And then he was able to recite it, and he was able to talk about it. So listen, he got them brownie points. It was all good. They was loving on him after that, okay? Then Liz got to meet, Jason's mom. And Mama was, kind of coming at Liz a little bit with the boom, boom, boom. But again, Liz understood the assignment, okay? She was saying all the right things. And, one question I thought was a good question that his mom asked was, how do you lead without letting him know that you're leading? Like, how do you allow him to still be the man, but you guiding him in the right direction if he needs to be guided in the right direction? And Liz was like, well, I'm leading. I just got to pray on it, and the Lord's going to give me the right answer. I mean, okay. All right, then. Chris and Amber. Amber's family was a little crazy. They was coming at Chris a little sideways at first. I feel like they wasn't really feeling Chris until Chris started calling Amber a goddess. And that she was a queen and a goddess, and a queen and a goddess, and a queen and a goddess. And I was like, okay, that works, child. That works. Chris's brothers were asking Amber, like, are you here for the right reasons? What is your real intention? Like, basically, are you doing this for the cameras? Because my brother went through this shit last year, and we just really ain't here for him being embarrassed on TV twice in a row. So, like, if you ain't really here for the right reasons, fake it to the end of the show, okay? Don't embarrass him again, because at this point, it ain't nothing left to do but to just go through the rest of the process. So I feel like what they was telling her was, if you don't mean it, fake it. I feel like that's what they were saying. So, you know, there was that. AJ and Kyra. So it was Kyra's sister and her best friend. I feel like Kyra's mom asked AJ a question about something about what do you see the next step as being, and AJ was like, well, I don't know, I really can't answer that, you know, I'm just feel like we need to take it step by step and get through this process before we get to the next process. Like, I don't know if I really have an answer for that. And my thing is, and she said, well, I was just disappointed and I felt like I was still left with not having the right answer and not having all, and I'm thinking to myself, but you can't give him an answer. Like, you really want this man to put himself all the way out there and you can't even commit to him even after he chose you. I don't know what else you want. And I don't blame AJ. Even if he felt like you were the one, it's going to be you, it's me and you, this is what it's going to be. Even if he felt like that's what it was, I don't blame him for not articulating that. Because you're not giving him anything. Like, you really aren't giving him anything. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't have said it either. Girl, listen, y'all know, I don't even see it for AJ like that. But I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all, okay? Then we met AJ mama. Now, first of all, AJ mama was calling him by his government name. Like, we not playing that game. We call you by your government name, okay? I forgot what it was, but it, you know, something stuff with the AJ. Listen, Kyra, AJ mama told you all you needed to know. AJ mama said, you know, my son is so talented and he puts his hand in so many different places. He, you know, he sticks his hand in so many different projects, but he don't really finish them. And I just hope that you're not one of his projects. Kyra, I don't know what else you needed to hear, ma'am. His mama said, I meet 20 of you a year, and y'all don't stay on. And you can do with that what you want. So we get to the end, and the couples have to choose each other. Listen, you know, Renisha and Joelle chose each other, and basically, Joelle said, well, you know, we still taking this one at a time. We still taking this, you know, step by step, but you know, she's the one I want, and yada, 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 child. Amber and Chris, you know, listen, you the one I want. You know, you're my goddess, you're my king, you're my queen. I want to take this to the next level, you know, a situation. I wasn't crazy about that dress Amber was wearing because Amber wasn't wearing the dress was wearing her. It was a lot of material. I don't know. It was weird fitting. Wasn't crazy about it. Renisha's dress, there was a lot going on with the dress too. Her headlights was on, and I feel like the camera crew should have seen that, and they could have, you know, filmed it again. Like her walking up, her headlights were on, and I just feel like they could have walked. They didn't have to do that. They ain't have to do that. They ain't have to do that. Liz and Jason, you know, y'all know that Liz and Jason chose each other, child. That ain't even no suspense in that. Okay, they chose each other. Okay, I choose you, Pikachu. Okay. Then we had AJ and Kyra. So Kyra shows up. AJ sitting at the piano playing, singing to her, talking about something. You said I never played for you. And he giving her a little shabba-dabba-doo-bop-bop. And he's playing the piano and he's got flowers. And she was like, oh my goodness. Oh, everything was so sweet. It was so nice. I hope he still feel the same way after I say what I got to say. And I'm thinking, oh Lord, here we go. So basically, she tells AJ that she just doesn't feel like her feelings are intense enough for them to move forward. And AJ said, you know, of course he's disappointed. He feels some kind of way about the situation. But he doesn't feel like he made a bad decision, a wrong decision. Because he said, you know, even if, you know, I made the decision that I made based on how I felt. So I don't feel like I made the wrong decision or a bad decision. I made the decision that I made based on how I felt. You know. don't know, y'all. I'm thinking to myself, girl, it's a dating show. It's not a we got to get married show. All you had to do was make a decision that you wanted to continue to get to know this person and continue to date them. So I feel like she wasn't even feeling AJ on that level of, yes, I want to continue to date him and get to know him. Which brings me back to you wasn't really feeling him from the beginning. That's how I feel about it. But I just feel like Kyra just was never feeling AJ that way. But again, I don't feel like AJ was feeling any of them that way. I feel like both of them goal was to get to the end of the show. Mission accomplished. So anyway, that's it. That's all. The reunion starts next week, and I feel like we're gonna learn some things and we're gonna get some information, honey. But we'll see what happens and how it goes down next week. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.